What's up, guys? What a win for the Boilers, coming off of a 81-68 victory against Northwestern in the Big Ten tournament. First game for us. Tomorrow we go ahead and play Nebraska. Gonna be a rematch of the dogfight we watched earlier in the season. But let's stick to the recap of this game. I will go ahead and make a preview tonight as well for that game, though. What a game, right? Honestly, the end of the game score could have been worse, or better in our favor, I guess, as we were up big in a lot of this game. We had ended with a 13-point victory. Yes, I had to use the calculator. I'm slow at math. Could very much have been like a 22-point victory, if we wanted it to be. But overall, you cannot complain. The intensity at the beginning of this game continued. Excuse me, been fighting a cold. The intensity this first half that this team played with is what we've been begging to see this second half stretch of the season, right? It's everything that we've asked for that we haven't got, and we finally got it, and it just looked awesome. 25 total assists. Braden with 16 of them. Out-rebounded them 35-23. That's a 12-point differential. I did that one in my head. With 16 offensive rebounds to their 7. Okay? We dominated the glass. It felt like we dominated the glass. And we definitely did. 10 rebounds from Clough, 6 offensive rebounds, 6 rebounds from Trey, with 4 of them being offensive rebounds. And CJ even poured in 7 rebounds. It did feel like he was flying in there getting rebounds. And he ends with 3 offensive rebounds. I thought Fletch had one, but they didn't credit him one. So, but what a game, right? Played to our strengths. They were missing, can't think of his name. They were missing their big, so you do have to, play that in. But overall effort won this game, and defensively we actually looked like we knew what we were doing, especially in the first half. Okay, you can make some cases in the second half that didn't feel quite as good, but defensively, I felt confident in what we were doing. It felt like a much better defensive game than what we have seen here recently. And, I'm going to sneeze here. Martinelli finished with 25. Martinelli's a special player, okay? He is so good. Gosh. He is so good, and he was 10 of 16. I couldn't have told you they missed 6 shots. It felt like every time he got it and got that little floater thing or fadeaway little, mid-range shot, it felt good. But overall, it was the same 2 guys as last time. Wait, I might be wrong. Yeah. They were missing Page. That's who it was. Arrington Page. He was out with an injury. Same 2 guys as last time. Martinelli and Jaden Reed both got their buckets. Jaden Reed with 19. Martinelli with 25. But we shut everybody else down and didn't allow anybody else to beat us besides those, let those 2 score. Clayton also added in 10 points. But defensively, it just felt so much better. It felt like we were in the right spots. It just felt in the rotations, we had a lot less high hedging and more dropping back, especially when Daniel was in. He went up a lot less and was, letting them attack down and playing off of that, which is, I think, what we need to be seeing out of this defense or out of this roster, because they're not built to come up like that, our bigs especially. We need to play to their strengths and to their ability and not force them into spots that they just can't do. And we did that in this game. A big night from our, big three, I guess. And then Clough as well. 19 from Clough, 7 of 10. 5 for 5 from the free throw line. I thought he had an incredible game with a double-double as well as 10 rebounds and 2 assists. I thought offensively looked so good, especially the first half. We were patient. You would throw it inside, kick it out, not force a shot up, reverse it, dump down, TKR scores, or Clough scores. Clough started the game with our first 5 or 7 points, and it just felt like a smooth game. Jakari came in, hit 2 threes. I'm just going to go down the roster. Trey, 19 points, 8 for 9. He is 3 for 6 from the line. Would love to see those other 3 go in, or at least go 5 for 6. 6 rebounds. I would have thought he had more than 6. But he continues to be that force of go get the ball. And him and Clough just both felt like they were attacking every ball that went up, and which is what we need to be seeing. I already hit on Clough. Great game from Clough. Got to see this in this next game against Nebraska. We know what they bring. We know that they're going to force us to shoot threes if they guard us the same as they did the first time. And got to be able to knock them down. CJ, much quieter night, past 2 games now. Comes off the 27-point game. Wisconsin, not as good of a game again tonight. Not as good of a game. 2 for 8, 1 for 4 behind the arc. But he did the other things he's supposed to do. He guarded well, 7 rebounds. He pitched in where he was needed outside of that. Braden, 2 for 8, 1 for 4. I thought there was a few open looks from behind the arc that he definitely could have knocked down. Early in the game, I thought maybe he was going to have a good scoring night because he hit that 3 off a screen and got to the rim on, I don't know. Did he only have 5? Oh, maybe he had 7. Anyways, but a great assist night, obviously, for him, 16 assists. Getting closer to that record. I want him to get there. I've said that multiple times. I want him to get there, but not if it costs us winning basketball games. I want him to get there with us winning. And I just thought he did a great job. You could argue a few times the past few games that maybe he's knows that he's getting close and he's trying to hunt assists. I would argue that tonight there are nights where he, I'm going to be a passer tonight. And I'm going to be a scorer tonight. And then there's sometimes where he does both. I'm not sure that I'm saying that he chose to be a passer tonight. I thought that's what they forced him to be, and he just made the right play. He dang near could have had 20-some assists if some of our wide-open shots would have went down. Especially like Clough on that fast break. Throws it off. Daniel Jacobson has to dunk the freaking basketball. But one turnover to 16 assists, that's great. I'm interested to see how they guard him tomorrow. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. And with 2 steals as well. Fletcher, not the most efficient game from Fletch, but overall a good game. He was 2 for 7 from the 3 with 14 points. I thought he did a good job of playing to what they gave him, not forcing too many shots. He did a good job of putting the ball on the floor and scoring, which sometimes I'm not super in love with because I do get nervous when he dribbles too much sometimes. But he pitched in 3 assists as well. Defensively, I thought, for the most part, he had a Pretty solid night. Jacobson, 10 minutes. We've seen his minutes gone down as well with Jackson, sometimes Jakari in the last few games. But 1 for 4, 5 points, 3 for 4 from the line, 1 rebound. Excuse me. And I get frustrated with Daniel because he's 7-4. You got to go get a rebound. I'm more frustrated that he's 1 for 4 because 2 of those attempts, at least, should have been guaranteed points because he should have dunked the freaking ball. Braden sets him up perfectly, and he kind of goes like this and tries to lay it up. Dunk the ball. If I was 7-4, there's not a chance that any attempt I get at the basket is not going to try to be a dunk. He's got to learn to be physical, take it up strong, hammer it on somebody's head. He would score more secure baskets. It's just overall better for us as a team if he goes stronger and puts that thing on the rim. Omer with 8 points, 3 for 6. He's 2 for 4 from behind the arc. 2 assists, 1 turnover. Okay performance from Omer. That moment in the second half where they hit a few shots, I do want to blame him a little bit. Just especially that fast break. It swung one way, swung to the corner, which is the guy that he should have been on. He just gets out of position on defense sometimes, and would like to see that, get better and improve because he does provide some good offensive, wildness sometimes of, being able to take it away from Braden, allowing him to, relax a little bit. But he is a go-get-you-a-bucket type player, so you want to have him out there sometimes, but sometimes it's just hard to do that because of the way he plays defensively. Mainly just, you could kind of compare it to Fletch if he's just, in the wrong spot. But to me, honestly, I think Fletcher's is more not being in the wrong spot, just he's not capable of doing it. He doesn't have the frame to do it. Omer has the frame, and sometimes he can be a good defender. It's more so he's just not in the right spot or late on rotations. Quiet night from Jack, 0 points, 1 rebound. I thought he guarded okay. Did draw that one charge. It's been a while since we've seen Jack have a great game. Probably the Michigan State game is the last one that I can roll off my head that he had a great game. But his minutes are going down too. He only had 10 minutes. But down the stretch, most of those minutes are going to go to Trey, and he's got to get his touches. And with Oscar playing more now because Daniel's not playing as much, his minutes are probably going to go down as well a little bit. Kind of just fill it in when have to give breaks. I would love to see a shot go down. I want Jack to have confidence. I am a fan of Jack. I think that he will be a great asset for the team next year. We need him to hit shots now. Jakari came in, played a good game. 2 for 2, didn't miss a shot. 2 rebounds. I thought he guarded well. Looked like he's playing hard the whole time. And, hit 2 big threes. Overall, good game from the Boilers. You can not argue, but we just want to see, us not take our foot off the pedal. Part of it being adjustments. I thought it was kind of odd that we pulled Braden when we did. I thought, honestly, that Omer was going to come out at that point. He had just given up 2 back-to-back baskets or plays that was in his corner where I felt like he should have been the one that should have been there and they score. But, overall good game, good confidence game that we wanted to carry into Nebraska. And, a game where we got to play with the intensity we played in this first half. We have to do that in the whole game. And I do believe that we will see that because they know what that first game was like when we played them. And talking about the Boilers. And how it ended, we almost let it slip. How we were shooting good. up by quite a bit, and then kind of let it fall apart. I think that they're just going to have the same intensity the whole game, and we're just hoping for a big game. And I'm sorry, guys. And just, hoping that this energy carries into the next game. So, a little bit on Northwestern. You have got to give Nick Martinelli his flowers. Heck of a career at Northwestern. One of, I believe it was like 18 or something like that, 16, 18. I don't think it was 20. Players that have stayed at the college for 4 years. Coming in as a freshman, I think he averaged 2.4 points or something like that. To then being back-to-back Big Ten scoring champion. Got to give him his flowers. Great player. Respectful. He's not one of them cocky guys out on the floor. Just goes out, gets buckets, and keeps it basketball. And you just got to be, happy for the guy. It sucks to go out like this. I'm happy because it was against my Boilers, but I do think that there's a place for him in the NBA. I think that he will get a chance and make the most of it. That little floater, fadeaway, whatever, his mid-range game is crazy. It did not feel like he missed 6 shots. In the 2 games that we played him, it felt like he was unstoppable. Anytime he got the ball, he was getting what he wanted. And you just got to give him his flowers. Great college player. What this sport needs and what this conference needs is to see players like that and to see people stay. So, great win for the Boilers. Stoked to see us play Nebraska. I think it's going to be a fun game in hopes that we come out with this energy. But I will get on that and make that real quick, and I will get that posted. So thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate the support. And let's go, Boilers!